my finger is caught under there. It's heavier than it looks. Hey friends, I'm going to get techie today. I've said before, I am not necessarily computer savvy, but I'm also not afraid to hit some buttons and take some things apart and see what I can accomplish. It's rare then that I can't figure out how to make it work once I've done that. But today I'm going to walk you through, I had to replace the cooling fan in my Intel Dell desktop about 6 months ago. We have a lot of animals here, so dust and dander and dog hair and cat hair and things like that are always being found in various places around the house, even with sweeping and Roombas and vacuuming and all the things we do to try to mitigate the problems that can cause. So I am starting to hear the fan working on the computer, and I thought I would just walk you through what I had to do to access it to replace it last time. I'm not going to be replacing it this time, but I'm going to be cleaning it out. So let's get set up and I'll show you the process from start to finish to get to it and do a little maintenance. Alright, the first step is just to get the monitor laying down so that I can access the back of it. So I've got a towel here. That's important. We don't want there to be, scratches on it because it comes in contact with a hard surface. So let me get this repositioned. It's much heavier than you would think. All right, and now I'm going to take some stuff out and take some stuff apart, and we're going to get to that fan. Okay, some of what I'll be removing is all of the things plugged into the various ports on the back of the computer. So I've got a couple of dongles, one for the keyboard, one for the mouse. This looks like my power cord, and then this is the HDMI that attaches this monitor to that one. The reason these things have to come out of the back of this is because I'm going to take this back off. Okay, I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver to gently separate this back cover from the actual computer here, where all the important parts are. And I'll just kind of be prying until I can at least get my fingers in there enough to pop that off of there. Okay, so see, now that I've got it started, you just kind of pop. It's got little places where it, pops in place to hold it together. Just gonna make our way around. Pop that up. Then we'll slide this cover off of here. And now we're inside the computer. And I shouldn't have to take anything apart. Here's the fan. We'll get a close-up of this, with the other phone. So here's the fan. This is the cooling fan. And you can see some fuzz and stuff that's collected in there. I'm going to give the whole thing a nice blowout with the canned air. Just using a can of compressed air like you can get at any office supply store, Walmart. They probably even have it at the grocery store. I think Richard actually bought a 2-pack at Sam's or Costco, or Sam's Club or Costco. So we'll get this blown out. I'm gonna just start with one side and work my way over, and then we'll focus on the fan. Oh, come on, focus. This was pretty simple to replace, actually, once I figured out how to get the back of the computer opened up. And as always, there's so many great tutorials on YouTube to help you out. So again, I thought I would contribute to that collection of techie things by showing you how I'm going to clean the fan today. One more little blast. All right, and then we're going to put it back together. Slide that in place. Get it lined up. And then just pop it back together. All right, we'll put our dongles back in. Get them turned the right way. We'll put these back exactly where they were. I'm going to get my power cord plugged back in. Get my HDMI. And then I unplugged, like for now, I unplugged my microphone, but we'll go ahead and get that plugged back in. I'll need that tomorrow. And I have a new external hard drive, but I'm only going to plug that in, I think, as I need it. I'm really trying to figure out ways to not store so much media on the computer itself, because this computer cannot handle it. It is not a graphics computer for sure. And then this is the Ethernet port for if I'm going to be connecting directly to my modem for live streaming, if I have any issues with speeds and such coming through the wireless router. But let's get it stood back up and crank it up and see if it solved the problem of hearing the fan and make sure the computer's working well. We're going to turn it on. Looks like my screen needs to be cleaned. I'm going to just wipe this screen off with a screen wipe. Nothing fancy or techie about that. But if I'm going to clean the inside, I should clean the outside too. All right, and let's get logged back in. I do not hear the fan running now. I think the thing is this way, but it's kind of hard to tell because I hear some pumps running in Yancey's tank. Yancey says hello. So I guess let's open something and see what we get here. All right, we'll just open. Looks good to me. I'm gonna make sure I don't have anything. Oh, let's clear out my recycle bin. Oh, it didn't have a lot in it. I try to keep, again, things off of the computer once I've finished with them, because it just cannot handle, I mean, it seems like it should have ample space, but because so much of what I store on the computer is images and videos and soundtracks, you know, music and things like that, it just sucks the resources out of the computer big time. So we'll do a little defragmenting here too. This is set to run once a week anyway, but you know, I've done a lot of editing this week and I've thrown a lot of stuff away out of my trash. So barring any performance issues that may come up, you know, as a result of still having some fuzz or gunk someplace that I don't know about. That was the process of opening up my Dell Inspiron Intel Core, I don't know what else to tell you about what kind of desktop this is, computer, so that I could just give it a little cleaning. And you can, you know, stretch good performance a lot longer if you'll do that routinely. Let me know if you have questions. I may not have answers, but I'm happy to look things up for you so I can help you be a little more comfortable with doing this kind of work yourself. But as you can see, it was a pretty quick process. Didn't take a lot of tools. I'm sure if I didn't have sensitive fingertips, I could probably have sort of pried that back away without having to go get the big screwdriver, but that sure does speed up the process for me. So thanks for stopping by and watching. I hope you learned something new today, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's Friday, March 21st at 2 p.m. for my next live stream. We'll talk about some honorable mentions related to the old 60s and 70s shows that just aired as part of my 4-part premiere starting Saturday last week. So if you haven't watched those, watch those before you come tomorrow, and I'll see you there. Love to all from Rich Kat Ranch. Be happy, be safe, be well, and I'll see you in the next video.